Kidding me? Yeah. I've been trying to get a baseball since day one. Like, I just want a real Sod Poodle game baseball. I've been to so many games I cannot get one. You got 8 laying around.
All you got to do as like an 8-year-old at a baseball game is like walk up next to somebody who's caught one, like an adult who's caught one, right after they catch it, and you'll get it. You'll get one.
Yeah. Seth's been trying that, and it's just real awkward.
From the SodPod.com studios, telling stories from around our little piece of Texas.
Ooh, baby.
This is the Doghouse Podcast with Michael, Chase, and Seth.
Hello.
Talking all things baseball in the Yellow City.
It's a star-spangled episode 12 of the Doghouse Sports Talk Podcast on the SodPod.com. Recorded on Wednesday, June 26th at Cask Cork in Townsquare Village. No better view of the sunsets than from the rooftop patio where we join the guys.
We have Mr. Don Rode joining us today. Don, thanks for, first of all, having us out to Cask Cork. Tell us a little bit about Cask Cork and what you guys have to offer.
Hey, we're glad you guys are here. The restaurant's out here on Soncy. We're at 5461 McKenna Square. If you know where Air U is, we're attached at the hip. Same building, same area. Only the nicest 4th-story rooftop patio in Amarillo. We'd love to. I call it the deluxe patio just because it's pretty deluxe. We're having a good time.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here. A lot of the complaints we've had, like growing up and going to school at WT, is like, man, we don't have anywhere we can go outside and hang out on a patio or be somewhere cool. Now you got a patio and you're on a roof, and you're looking out west, man. You can probably see out towards New Mexico from up here. It's beautiful.
I've grown up here all my life, and there's, to your point, there just never was. If you want to do something cool, you had to go to Denver or Dallas or Austin. So we definitely wanted to bring that patio lifestyle here. Obviously, the furniture we've got out here is built for comfort. You're meant to have a good time out here. You know what? And we should celebrate. It's Wednesday.
Hump Day.
Hump Day.
We have so much to catch up on over the next couple of episodes. A Get to Know Your Sod Poodles player segment with Kyle Overstreet. We'll go behind the curtains and get some insider information on operations at Hodgetown with Chris Starr and fellow podcaster James Christopher, who hosts Let's Get To, another baseball podcast from the fans' perspective. Let's get started on this July 4th release with our first segment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the SodPod.com's biggest fan in the house tonight. Ryan Kuxhausen here with us. Ryan, thanks for joining us, man.
Basically, we announced that we're going to be here tonight. Ryan showed up. Ryan got on the show.
Yeah.
Big winner.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, Ryan, tell us a little bit about what Sod Poodle baseball means to you and what you love and what it's brought to Amarillo. Tell us a little bit about yourself in general.
I've been here in Amarillo for 20-plus years. I was born here and moved off to Grand Prairie for about 9 years. Grew up playing baseball there, then moved back here right before high school. Went to Amarillo High, graduated in 2003, played baseball through those years. Then went off to Tech. Obviously wasn't good enough to play baseball there. But the Sod Poodles, man, I remember when they first started talking about this plan and the opportunity to come here to Amarillo. I was all for it. I thought it would be fun. And then everything kind of started rolling after a while, and it's all come to fruition. And just going to those games, I have 2 boys, Cooper's 7, Wyatt's 4, and my lovely wife. We all go as a family, and I can't explain just the joy and the fun that we have there. I'm lucky enough to have a few friends that give me tickets every now and then. It's on the front row right there by the third base line, bullpen. So, we get up close and personal action. And just to see my boys' reactions with the players and when they hit balls is just unbelievable.
How many baseballs do you have? I've seen Ryan at several games, and I'm pretty sure your boys are down there always getting a ball. How many baseballs do y'all have?
I would say we probably have in the neighborhood of 8 balls.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
I've been trying to get a baseball since day one. Because in my office, when I start to think or have like a little bit of downtime, like where I need to take a break, like I like to toss it up in the air. Like I just want a real Sod Poodle game baseball. I've been to so many games I cannot get one. You got 8 laying around.
These two guys are like standing in the outfield during batting practice, and they're still not getting a baseball.
Seth, you're not 4'7" and cute.
That definitely helps.
All you gotta do as like an 8-year-old at a baseball game is like walk up next to somebody who's caught one, like an adult who's caught one, right after they catch it, and you'll get it. You'll get one.
Yeah.
So
Seth's been trying that, and it's just real awkward. Yeah.
So I need to exploit my kids is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I got a really cute little 4-year-old with curly hair. I'm going to take her out there next time.
Heck yeah. I think probably the best player about that is Radke. Radke will be sitting down there on the bench. There's a foul ball hit over there. He'll pick somebody out in the stands and walk 30 feet down the baseline and hand it to him.
Travis Radke is hands down just and not only outstanding pitcher, but an outstanding human being.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and his goatee glory. That thing is sweet. It looks like Todd Helton is what he looks like.
yes.
It's awesome.
Ryan, is there a part of the season so far that sticks out in your head? Is there something that's happened Sod Poodle-wise that just kind of clicks every time and you're like, oh, this is kind of the biggest moment that I've witnessed with Sod Poodle baseball?
Man, we went to opening night, and, they said we're going to have fireworks, and I assumed it was just going to be a little quick deal. But the fireworks they put on they're legit. It's an awesome show. And then I've been to a couple games that went into extra innings, and there was one, Hudson Potts hit the walk-off homer in the 11th. My 7-year-old son was asleep in the chair next to me. Potts is his favorite fan, or favorite player. And he fell asleep in like the bottom of the 10th. Yeah. Come the 11th, Potts popped it over the fence, and he missed it all.
Did you tell him it was Potts, or were you like, no, son, don't worry, it was Zuniga. Don't worry, it wasn't Potts.
No, I definitely told him he was bombed, but there'll be another day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the fireworks are legit. I will give all the credit in the world to that. I was there opening night as well. That was an extra inning game, and the energy was crazy. The Tech game was going on, or it was a championship game.
Championship game.
Yeah, and they came through 11th. We almost won it on a walk. I swore he was safe in the 9th. Called him out. And we gave up like 5 runs or something, whatever it was. But the fireworks made up for it. Like I said, that was just a quality show that they're putting on. So it was awesome.
No doubt.
I know Seth's got kind of a favorite question to ask all our guests on the show, and I know it's not going to go unasked here.
Oh, it's going to happen. So the one question we ask everybody, especially from this area, is they did the name the team. Obviously, we're all Sod Poodles now. We're on board. Chase and I have noticeably said that we were not a fans when it first came about, but we did have a chance to do write-in. So what was your write-in for the team? Name the team.
My write-in, and I think somebody else had already put it in, but it was the Yellow City Bombers. I mean, it was legit.
I swear there was more write-ins for Yellow City Bombers than there were votes when the final 5 came through.
No doubt.
This is like a Florida recount deal we need to have happen, right?
Florida man.
Yeah, and then the final names came out, and the jerky, I was like, absolutely. If it's the jerky, I cannot do it. I can't do it. But Sod Poodles, I'm all in, especially when they came out with the mascot and everything. It made it all work. It was awesome.
Did you vote Sod Poodles?
I did.
Yeah.
What else were you going to vote?
I think was it Bronc Busters or
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think something to that effect.
Who does Tim Tebow play for? He was with the Fireflies.
Fireflies.
Yeah, and now he's with they're the Bronc something similar to Bronc Busters.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look.
Mets affiliate, is he still in the Mets system? Or
Yeah, he's double or triple A.
Has he quit now?
Aren't they I think the Mets.
Huh?
I think they're the Mets. I don't know. Look at
No.
Google magic, my friend.
Yeah. We're gonna GTS. That stands
have
for
to Google
that
it, you just-
stuff.
Wait, speaking of, what do y'all think he's going to play for the Mets?
He's not. They're just bringing in so much revenue.
No. They're so terrible. They're the Mets.
Yeah, but it's Tim Tebow playing.
Oh, the
baseball.
Rumble Ponies. You're
Rumble
talking about
Ponies,
the Binghamton Rumble Ponies.
I like it. Do y'all not the Rumble Ponies?
No.
Oh,
No. Sorry, no.
Okay, we're the Sod Poodles. You got to give the
Yeah,
Rumble
but
Ponies.
we're
some
the
credit.
Sod Poodles, okay?
So what's Rumble Ponies? What's it?
I don't know.
We're a prairie dog. Crazy name for prairie dog. What's
What
a
is an
Rumble
aqua
pony?
sock? What are the aqua socks?
It's a type of frog.
That's a type of frog, or is it just some stupid nickname?
It's a slang name.
Is it
for a frog,
is it a type of frog like a sod poodle?
Yeah,
is
it's like a
is
sod
a prairie
poodle.
dog?
It's a made-up name.
It's like, what's a trash?
That's what I'm talking about.
What's a
like-
trash panda? No.
Trash panda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a trash
trash
panda.
panda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a raccoon.
it's a raccoon.
Yeah, it's the best
But
name
it's
I've
not
ever
really
heard
a
for
raccoon.
Yeah.
raccoon.
So what's a rumble pony? Is that so? All these other ones make sense.
What is a
Essentially,
It's a pink and white horse.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Ryan? If we were the Rumble Ponies, could you jump on board?
I would struggle with that one.
I don't know. I struggled pretty hard with sod poodles, and I'm all about it. Crazy thing, I went on vacation last week to Pagosa Springs in Colorado. Obviously, I'm wearing my gear. Stopped in Santa Fe, stopped in Pagosa, and people knew. Like, oh, you're from Amarillo. Crazy. We stopped in Big Meadow. It's like a place out by Wolf Creek, the ski area. And they have a huge reservoir. It's beautiful out there. And you would see like sod poodles hats like left and right. People from Canyon, Amarillo, sod poodle hats. Like it's crazy. It's taken over the region for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I went to opening Rangers weekend, Rangers versus Cubs. Wore this Sod Poodles hat. There was people 3 families ahead of us in line, and they're like, "Do you know who the Sod Poodles are?" I'm like, "Of course I know who the Sod Poodles are." They're like, "Are you from Amarillo?" I'm from Amarillo. I'm like,
I don't know if you know this, but my name is Michael Knowles, and I run the Sod Pod, all right? Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
I'm just saying, if the Sod Poodles were publicly traded, we would all be the largest stockholders.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Oh, man. So, Ryan, how long you been in Amarillo? Since you moved back.
Since I moved back in 99, 2000, so about 20 years.
So you've been here, okay, for a while. Big fan of the Dillas and the Thunderheads, whatever else they were.
And I went to a
Gold
couple
Sox.
games growing up, and it was one of those things. You just go to a game here and there, and it was all cool.
Yeah.
It's nothing like the quality of baseball that we're seeing here with the Sod Poodles.
So you said, yeah, it's not quite good enough to play for Tech. Probably could have played for the Dillas, though, right?
Starting shortstop.
I kid you not. So I was at my dad's this weekend, and in the shop, on the top shelf, he had a Dilla Dude was the mascot's name, bobblehead.
Dilla dude.
Didn't even know that the Dilla Dude had his own bobblehead. I'm like, man, don't let that get dusty. It'll be worth money someday.
The Dillas were a big deal. I love the name. I love Amarillo Dilla. I wish we could have done it. But like I said, the quality that they put on the field was, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it's like you said, if I could throw 90 as a high school pitcher from Childress, I could have made the team.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
they
you
did
got-
have open tryouts.
Now we got like Fernando Tatis Jr. playing shortstop for 3 games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's so different. Dillavilla will live in folklore. I mean, it's cool. But, man, Sod Poodles, everything about it, first class, for sure. So,
But if you're not from this area, do you really know what a Dilla is? Like
I think if you're from Texas, you know what a Dilla is.
Dilla? Like
Armadillo.
yeah. I mean, I have a hard time speaking anyways. I mumble like crazy. So if I say armadillo, it's Dilla anyways, you know?
Armadillo.
Dilla. I'm getting all Dillas over there.
Oh, just ran over an armadillo.
So no, I like I said, they injected just enough controversy with the name. They nailed it with the branding for sure. The colors. Can my OCD talk a little bit? I really like those baby blue jerseys, but it drives me nuts when they don't change their hat. Like they'll wear like a red or like a royal blue hat with the baby blue and a yellow numbers. I mean, my OCD kicks in so bad, and they started winning with those jerseys. So for sure, they quit. They started wearing those all the time. It hurts my OCD so
They need
bad.
like a hat with a white top and a red bill.
Ooh,
With
that'd be cool.
the baby blue.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they definitely nailed it. So all your seats, have you only sit in kind of the general admission in the bowl, or have you been in different seats throughout the stadium?
I have sat, like I said, on third base line right by the bullpen. I've sat over on the first base side, kind of halfway in between home plate and first. There's really not a bad seat in the stadium.
There's not.
I mean, I was one of those that I'd go to a Ranger game once a year, and that'd be good.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a single Ranger game this season just because we have the soccer.
Well, they suck.
Says the
come
Astros
on.
fan.
There's this guy.
Yeah, wah, wah. We're right behind you in the L West.
Right behind. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in second.
6.5 apparently is right behind.
Yeah.
We've won more head-to-head games. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying the Astros lost 7 games in a row.
Terrible.
And the Rangers are still 6.5 back. Okay.
And what's the score head-to-head?
I feel like you know it. You're just not going to say it.
Pretty sure the Astros are winning. I'm not sure what the total is right now. They haven't played each other in a
Actually, I
while.
just kind of threw that one out there. I'm not
This
sure.
is all I have to say. Don't act like you're not impressed. We're doing way better than
They're
expected.
aggressively mediocre.
Good thing we got this balcony over here. I'm about to throw them off for this.
We had 2 years of glory, okay?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's so hard
Where you
because the
lost.
Astros are so every position they're so dang good. It makes it really hard to not like to watch them play. Kind of like
It's not hard for me to not want to watch them
kind of
play.
like the Yankees the last couple of years. I can't stand them,
Oh.
but man, they're talented everywhere. That's how I feel about Houston. You know?
I don't care. That's
like
like
the Yankees of the South.
Yeah.
oh, the Death Star was really cool and the Empire was really talented. They're really evil.
So you're saying the Astros are evil? Okay. At least he
I'm
said
saying
it.
the Yankees.
Astros are
the
evil.
Yankees are the evil empire. Okay.
The only thing cool about it is in the postseason, you're like, I guess I'm going from the Astros because they're from Texas. Like, at least we got that going for us.
rather root for the Padres.
Yeah.
I'm just
West Coast, really?
West
Coast.
for show.
No doubt.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
Tatis.
Okay, ESPN.
Hey, I interviewed Tatis Jr. All right, I asked him about Manny Machado. Can we talk about that real quick? I don't know if you heard this, Ryan. Fernando Tatis Jr. came and played 3 games. Well, he played 2. He was here for 3.
I heard that. It's a little sore subject for me. We happened to be out of town that week. And I rushed back that last game that he was supposed to play, only to find out he was not going to play.
Just Cliff Notes. You know, like we got the kid that's held back. So we play football around here. Everybody knows football. You know, like the kid that got held back, and he's in 8th grade, but he's like 15 on the football field. He's playing quarterback, and he's running for like 17 touchdowns. That was Fernando Tatis Jr. out there. Yeah, like he just looked, and I think we have major league talent on the side. So Owen Miller, Hudson Potts is a big dude. What's
Zunica.
Zunica's
Zunica.
big. You know, Buddy Miller's a good side, and he's fast as a major leaguer. You know, we have that kind of talent here, and he got on the field. And I really think it's from the first of the season playing at that different level. Like he not to be redundant, but he looked like he was on a different level.
Yeah.
And
He's 20.
And he's
20.
Yeah, 99 model, right?
Yeah, it was a 99 model.
Yeah.
It'll make you feel real old.
No doubt. No
he
doubt.
He was so good. So what I was coming around to was it was draft night. So all MLB, MLB.com, minor league, all those guys were covering. And so Michael and I were at the game like, well, we're going to do our get to know your Sod Poodles, and we're looking forward to getting Owen Miller. Because, we're not going to touch Fernando Tatis Jr. at all because, he's Fernando Tatis Jr. And Owen Miller got hurt in the 5th inning.
Yeah, he got hit in the face at second. A ball bounced and hit
Yeah.
him right above the eye.
Yeah, so we had this thing planned out. We're still going to Owen Miller because one of the best players on the team, complete players. It goes down like, well, what are we going to do? And we're going to pull, Overstreet, Zunica, like some fan favorites around here. People want to hear from. And we get down there like, oh yeah, it's draft night. There's no one here. Y'all are doing the press conference. And Michael and I were like, we gotta think of professional questions really fast. And so I start texting all my baseball buddies. All my baseball buddies like, I need professional questions right now. Fernando Tatis Jr. And so I get a list of like 7. And it'd be like, who are the biggest influences you had growing up? Since your dad was in it, it's like, do you prefer Whataburger or In-N-Out? Or just like these ridiculous questions
That's
and
a
like a really
stupid
good
question.
one.
Yeah.
It is a stupid question.
question.
But
Anyway.
I'm saying like it was just mixed in like, oh, that's a good question. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, that happened in college. We can't mention that on the air. And so I thought it went well. Yeah. Super nice guy.
Humble kid.
I mean,
humble.
Probably my favorite player now because of getting to have, what was that, 20 minutes of interaction with him.
Yeah.
Huge dude. I'm 6'4", and he was every bit bigger than I was.
Yeah.
And just like stacked.
His
athletic.
arms were like the size of my thighs.
Yeah, I thought he was like a kind of a 6'1", 6'2", lanky guy. That's not the case. Like, he's a full-on.
Everybody looks bigger than they are. Like,
Yeah.
you look at a guy, playing basketball, and one of the smaller guys, you're like, I bet that guy's about 5'10". Like, no, he's 6'3", and he's, like, the shortest guy.
That's what my doctor said, too, when I got my physical, but it was about my weight. You look bigger than you are. Just kidding. I haven't had a physical in years.
I'm just kidding. I had a physical. I don't want to hear that. Ain't about that negativity.
So it was really fun, really great to see him. Amarillo came out and showed. That was like a Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. No, it was a Monday,
Tuesday.
Didn't play Wednesday, traveled with the team.
That's when Ryan was coming back, was on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was a day game.
Hauling back from Colorado Springs, only to find out halfway through that he wasn't starting.
Sorry, I was really, really hoping that George Springer was going to stay with the Hooks a little bit longer.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Because the Hooks are coming to town, like, tomorrow. But George was activated yesterday, so like 2 days. And he hit like 3 home runs his first 2 games on that rehab assignment with the Hooks.
He's okay. George Springer's fine.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's so good. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
Thank you guys for listening, and tune in to thesodpod.com. Again, thesodpod.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Find us on Twitter, guys. Follow us. Any of you Japanese listeners, slide into the DMs. We'd love to hear from you. Actually, any listeners, slide into the DMs. We're at the Sod Pod on Twitter. We're very active. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us what you like to hear on the Sod Pod, and tell us what you want to hear more of. Again, thesodpod.com.
It's all about America's pastime on this all-American holiday. We do have a Get to Know Your Sod Poodles segment before we close out episode 12. Michael caught up with Kyle Overstreet at Hodgetown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Kyle Overstreet here in the dugout here at Hodgetown. Kyle, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
So, Kyle, the fans want to know, we'll just start it out real basic here. Favorite food? What's your favorite food?
I come from a small town in Alabama, so I'm going to have to say steak, I guess.
Steak. Hey, I know the fans of the Sod Pod and the Doghouse are going to love that answer. Tell us a little bit about your college career. I know you played ball at Alabama. Tell us a little bit about that and your experience there.
I did. I grew up my whole life an Alabama fan. You live in Alabama, I guess you got to be Alabama or Auburn, but my whole family was Alabama, so I was fortunate enough to get to play at the University of Alabama, and it was awesome. I actually played second base at Alabama. I don't know if many people know that, but I played second for 3 years there. Got drafted as a catcher. So started my pro career as a catcher, and then now kind of utility guy, so bouncing around a little bit. But yeah, man, it was awesome getting to play there.
Tell us about the adjustment being the utility guy. You got brought into the All-Star game, which is got to be an honor, and you came in as a utility guy. So tell the fans a little bit what it's like to maybe start at second base, jump to catcher, and now be a utility guy, and just be able to adapt to that.
I mean, at first it's tough. It's really tough. My whole life I was always an infielder, so the big adjustment was trying to learn catching. But I take it as it's fun for me, man. I get to show up to the field every day, not knowing where I'm going to play. It could be first, could be third, could be catching. So I love it. Get to come and get surprised kind of where I'm going to go. So it's fun for me.
Yes, I know your time in Amarillo's hasn't been short. You've been here for a couple months, but the Texas League South travel is just extensive. I know Corpus is brutal. You're going into Arkansas. That's tough. Have you got to do anything in Amarillo yet? Have you got to enjoy anything in Amarillo?
I've got to do a couple things. When my family was here, got to go see the Cadillac Ranch, which was really cool. Went out to the canyon one off day, so I've got to go around a little bit and see some stuff, man. I love it here. It's like I said, I'm from a small town, so I get that same feel here in Amarillo, so it's been awesome.
Kyle, tell us a little bit about being drafted and that process, the feelings that came to when you were being drafted, thoughts, the expectations. Just tell us about the whole draft process coming out of college and coming into the bigs.
Yeah, man, it's an awesome experience. It's one of the most honorable experiences I've ever had in my life, but there is some tension there, some stress as the first day rolls on, second day, stuff like that. So it's stressful for sure, but like I said, man, it's an awesome experience. I was fortunate enough to get drafted in the 14th round, so I had to wait around a little bit, but finally got my name called, and it was awesome.
Kyle, you're a Sod Poodle. What was the initial thought that went through your head when you heard that you were going to be an Amarillo Sod Poodle?
It was definitely a little crazy, a little strange. At first, I didn't even know really what a sod poodle was, but you look around the league and in different leagues and minor leagues, man, there's so many crazy names that it's kind of fun to get a crazy one instead of just something normal.
Kyle, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, man, of course, both my parents are awesome. My sister, my fiance, they all give me so much support. I know Mom follows you guys on Facebook, so I'm sure she's going to find her way to this interview somehow. But, yeah, just give a shout-out to my family, fiance, and everybody back home.
Thanks, Kyle. Miss Overstreet, thanks for listening.
Mom, apple pie, baseball, and the 4th of July. There's fireworks downtown at Hodgetown tonight and tomorrow's Friday night fireworks too. Again, a special thank you to Cask Cork, casual comfort and fine dining in Townsquare Village, where we recorded this session. The SodPod.com studios, telling stories from around our little piece of Texas.